Narcissist versus avoidant. Spot the difference before it breaks you. Real talk. How do you actually know if someone's a narcissist or just emotionally avoidant? It's a question so many people wrestle with. Because the truth is, they both ghost. They both go cold. And they both leave you second-guessing everything you thought you knew. But here's the thing that most people miss. One of them is trying to control you. And the other? They're scared, terrified even. And if you don't spot the difference in time, if you can't tell which is which, it can absolutely break you. Emotionally, mentally, even physically. So let's not waste time. 1. The spectrum. First things first. Labels like narcissist get thrown around way too casually these days. Someone doesn't text back fast enough? Narcissist. They forget a birthday? Narcissist. But the reality is, most people aren't that black and white. Most fall somewhere on a wide emotional spectrum. So, instead of rushing to diagnose or categorize, ask yourself these 3 powerful questions. Do their actions match their words? Do they take responsibility for your pain or dodge it? Do you feel emotionally safe with them, day in and day out? Because if the answer to those questions is no. 2. What they have in common. Avoidants and narcissists actually look very similar at first, especially when things start getting real. They pull away, they shut down, they disappear or disconnect just when you start to feel emotionally close. You might hear phrases like, "You're too sensitive." "Why are you always so emotional?" "This is why I don't open up." And while you're sitting there trying to make sense of it, you begin to feel like you're carrying the entire relationship on your own. Like it's all one-sided. But this is where the path splits. Only one of them is doing it to protect themselves. The other? They're using your emotions against you, like fuel for their ego. That's not a defense mechanism. That's manipulation. 3. The real difference. Let's go deeper into that difference. Narcissists want power. Full stop. They crave control. They love bomb you at the start, overflowing with charm, attention, flattery. You feel swept off your feet. But once you're hooked, they flip the script. Suddenly it's gaslighting, punishment, emotional games. What used to feel like love now feels like a test you keep failing. Why? Because their goal is ego and dominance. They need to feel superior, and they'll twist your reality to stay on top. Avoidance, on the other hand, they're not trying to win anything. They're pulling away, not to hurt you, but to protect themselves. They fear intimacy. To them, vulnerability feels unsafe, dangerous even. They might want closeness, but panic when they get it. They're not trying to control you. They're just trying to survive their own internal chaos. Now, that doesn't mean the behavior is okay, but it does mean it's different. 4. Why it still hurts. Here's the hardest truth of all. Whether they mean to or not, the pain still lands the same. It still cuts. You feel dismissed, ignored, unloved, like you're shouting into a void where no one's listening. And after a while, you start to internalize it. You start thinking maybe you are the problem. Maybe you're too much, too needy, too emotional, but you're not. Let's make that clear right now. You are not the problem. 5. If you're in it. So if you're in a relationship like this, right now, take a deep breath. Then ask yourself honestly, are you safe? Not just physically, but emotionally. Do you feel secure or constantly anxious? If you're safe and you still want to make it work, know this. It starts with you, not fixing them, not changing to fit what they can handle. You can't save someone who isn't ready to meet you halfway. 6. Real love looks like? Real love isn't confusing. It's not a riddle you have to solve or a maze you have to navigate. Real love is safe. It's consistent. It's kind. It shows up. It listens. It respects. It feels like peace, not anxiety. And if you're finding yourself constantly begging to be heard, if you're trying to convince them to care. 7. So what now? If you've been in this kind of relationship, or still are, what do you do next? You heal. You reconnect with yourself. You stop chasing their potential and start honoring your own. You learn boundaries, even if your voice shakes when you speak them. You remind yourself, every single day, you're allowed to leave, even if you still love them. You're allowed to choose peace over potential. If you liked this video, send it to someone you care about, maybe someone you're building with. And hit that subscribe button to keep growing with Unwired Mind. Because love isn't just a feeling,